Did you know the average American spends nearly $1,500 a year on things they never use? Or that 77% of people feel anxious about their finances? It's not just about how much you make, it's about how you manage what you have. Minimalism can help you stop wasting money, reduce stress, and actually start saving. Imagine cutting out all the stuff that doesn't add value to your life and focusing only on what truly matters. In this video, I'm going to show you simple minimalist budgeting tips that work. From decluttering your wallet to investing in quality over quantity, these strategies can help you regain control over your money without sacrificing your lifestyle. Stick around to discover how you can save more, stress less, and live a richer life with less. Chapter 1. The Power of Less. Why minimalism is the key to financial freedom. Minimalism isn't just about owning fewer things. It's about freeing up mental space to focus on what truly matters. By shifting your mindset to embrace less, you can make smarter financial decisions. Studies show that minimalists tend to be less stressed about money. A 2020 study found that people who follow minimalism report 23% less financial anxiety. This happens because you're focusing only on the essentials. When you prioritize your spending, every dollar works harder for you. Think about it. Owning fewer items means fewer things to manage, repair, or replace. By reducing distractions, you can spend more time focusing on income-generating activities or meaningful experiences. Minimalism makes budgeting simpler because you're not juggling multiple expenses. Imagine how much you could save by simply cutting out unnecessary purchases. The less you buy, the more you can save for bigger, more fulfilling goals. It's about breaking free from society's constant push to accumulate. In fact, research shows that 78% of people who adopt minimalist principles report a more satisfying life. That's the power of less. It's not just about spending less, but living more. Chapter 2. Declutter your wallet. The art of simplified spending. Your wallet might be full, but is it serving you well? If you're like most people, it's probably crammed with unnecessary subscriptions and impulse buys. Research shows the average American has 4.6 subscriptions they forget about. This adds up to about $200 a month. That's money you could redirect toward your savings or a fun vacation. Minimalism is about simplifying your expenses, starting with things like unused gym memberships or streaming services you don't need. Begin by tracking your spending for a month, and you'll quickly see where you're bleeding money. The goal here isn't to deny yourself joy, it's to make sure the things you spend on bring real value. Once you see the unnecessary clutter, cancel or pause subscriptions you don't use. Even small changes like cooking at home instead of eating out can make a huge difference. Did you know that Americans spend an average of $3,000 a year on takeout? Imagine redirecting just a portion of that towards savings or debt repayment. By decluttering your wallet, you're making space for the things that matter most, like peace of mind and long-term security. Chapter 3. Minimalist money tracking. Easy systems for maximum clarity. One of the biggest hurdles to budgeting is keeping track of your spending. But what if you could simplify this process and make it effortless? Minimalist money tracking uses basic tools that give you clarity without overwhelming you. Forget complicated spreadsheets or apps with too many features. A simple spreadsheet with columns for income and expenses is often all you need. Research from the National Endowment for Financial Education shows that just 1 in 3 people track their spending. Yet, those who do report being better at saving and reducing debt. Using a minimalist approach helps cut through the clutter. With a basic tool, you can see exactly where your money is going. Aim to track just a few major categories, like housing, transportation, and entertainment. This way, you're not bogged down by unnecessary details. You might also consider budgeting apps that use the 50-30-20ths rule, which simplifies the process even more. The beauty of this system? It helps you save 20% of your income without feeling overwhelmed by a million categories. Clear, simple, and effective, minimalist budgeting doesn't need to be complex to be powerful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on living with less and saving more. Chapter 4. Quality over quantity. Investing in what truly matters. It's easy to fall into the trap of buying cheap, low-quality items, but minimalism teaches us to focus on value over volume. Did you know that the average American home contains over 300,000 items? Yet, most of these possessions are rarely used. Instead of buying 10 cheap things, invest in one high-quality item that lasts. This can apply to clothes, appliances, or even furniture. Research suggests that spending a little more on well-made items actually saves you money in the long run because you won't have to replace them as often. For instance, investing in a quality pair of shoes might seem expensive upfront, but it can save you money over time. If a cheap pair wears out in 6 months, you're likely spending more over the long term. Minimalists tend to buy fewer items but spend more on the ones that make a real impact on their lives. You might spend more on a well-crafted kitchen knife that lasts decades or a coat that keeps you warm for years. Quality over quantity isn't just good for your wallet, it's good for the environment too. By buying less, but buying better, you're not only saving money but also reducing waste. Chapter 5. Zero Waste, Zero Debt. Building Financial Stability. The minimalist way. Minimalism and zero waste go hand in hand when it comes to budgeting. Both focus on eliminating excess, whether it's things or debt. A minimalist approach to finances means you're more mindful of your purchases, which naturally leads to less waste and fewer impulse buys. According to a 2021 study, people who practice minimalism report being 60% more likely to pay off debt. When you focus on what's necessary and avoid overconsumption, you avoid getting caught in debt traps. One key strategy is to ask yourself before every purchase, do I really need this, or is it just temporary satisfaction? Minimalism encourages you to delay instant gratification in favor of long-term financial health. By cutting out unnecessary expenses and focusing only on essentials, you'll quickly notice that your debt starts to shrink. If you're in debt, the minimalist way is to tackle the smallest debts first, using the snowball method. Research shows that this boosts your confidence and motivation to pay off more. Zero waste isn't just about the environment, it's about building a life free from financial clutter and debt. Chapter 6. Living Rich with Less. How to embrace a fulfilled life on a budget. Living rich doesn't mean spending money on material goods. It means investing in experiences and well-being. Minimalism doesn't deprive you, it empowers you to enjoy life more meaningfully. A study by the American Psychological Association found that people who prioritize experiences over material items report higher levels of happiness. Whether it's traveling, spending time with loved ones, or learning something new, experiences often provide lasting joy, something things can't offer. Embrace the idea that wealth isn't about owning more, but about creating moments that bring true happiness. Consider this. The average American spends $1,100 a year on things they don't use or need. That's $1,100 you could be using to enrich your life. Minimalism frees up that money for the things that matter most. Instead of chasing material goods, you focus on what truly fulfills you. This might mean enjoying a weekend hike or spending quality time with friends. A fulfilling life on a budget is possible by focusing on simplicity and intentionality. If you enjoyed these tips, make sure to subscribe for more ways to live a richer life with less.